Hi, it's me, Lovely Angel Lady. Welcome to my world.
Well, hello there, ladies and gents. It's me, Lovely Angel Lady. I am in the kitchen tonight. Actually, I'm going to make something really quick. When I get home late, quick is the answer, but I still like things to taste good. So today I am going to be making Sloppy Joe pockets. If you'd like to see how I make them, stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I'm going to just start with the seasoning. Chili powder, okay. Lorry seasoned salt. Onion powder. Garlic powder. I am going to use just a splash of this. If I use too much barbecue sauce, it'll be kind of overpowering, but it'll give it a little, you know, like a tang, you know. But this is Jack Daniel's original #7 recipe, barbecue sauce. And this is Heinz Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to use a little bit of that. And you may think I'm crazy, but I always use a dash of this, like when I make sloppy joes or when I make like spaghetti or chili, I always use a little bit of ketchup. It just does something to it and it just tastes so delicious. Don't knock it until you try it, definitely. I also have some Hunt's 100% natural sauce. This is tomato sauce. And then I have petite cut diced tomatoes. And here are my onions. They're already, this is basically onions and bell pepper. They're already pre-cut. And, of course, Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. Whoops. And jumbo flaky biscuits. And I meant to take out ground beef, but I took out ground turkey, which is probably healthier. So I'm going to go with the ground turkey. You can replace that with ground beef if you like. But I'm going to go ahead and cook the ground turkey. And then I'm going to add the seasoning. I'm going to add some seasoning and some onions to it. And then I'll be right back with the next step, okay? So go ahead and cook your ground beef. And you want to add the onions and the bell pepper. If you choose to use bell pepper, you can just use plain white onion or whatever your choice or mix of onions are, whatever that would be. So I'm going to go ahead and add that, and then I'll come back and show you, what that looks like and what's going to be next, okay? Okay, so the ground turkey and the onions have already been cooked and drained, and this is what it looks like. I have the fire on low. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and open up my tomatoes, my petite cut diced tomatoes, and pour them in, okay? I actually poured quite a bit of the juice out, not all of it, but just quite a bit. We don't want it too dry, but I'm just going to pour that in like that. And I actually should be using a spoon. This is a non-stick pot and I didn't want to scratch it, so I got my spoon now. Okay, so we've got our diced tomatoes in with our ground meat. So now I'm going to go ahead and add the tomato sauce. Our tomato sauce. I'm going to go ahead and pour that in. Alright. And just give it a stir to get it mixed up nice and neat. Okay, we've got our tomato sauce and our diced tomatoes in with our ground meat, and this is what it's looking like. And the fire's on low. So next, I'm going to go ahead and add our ketchup. Now, I don't really measure this, so just watch what I do. You don't even have to put this, you can eliminate this, but it really does give it a good taste. If the ketchup wants to come out, hold on. I have a new bottle, but this has enough in it. Just doesn't want to come out. I think that's good. Okay, that's perfect. Sounds like a clump, about maybe that round of ketchup. See that lump? So I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. Okay, next I'm going to take my barbecue sauce and put that in. I don't want to put too much because it can be very strong. Barbecue sauce can be very strong. I don't want that to take over the flavor of my sloppy joes completely. And it's kind of saucy. It's not like super thick, you know, or they would be dry. See that? Okay, next that that's mixed up, I'm going to add Worcestershire sauce. And you don't really need a whole lot of this too, just a few drops. Okay, that's perfect. I did that 3 times. That's plenty. That's going to help. That and the barbecue sauce is going to give it a little tang so it's not so bland, and then the seasoning. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. Let me show you, give you a close-up. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Bring you back up to where you can see it good again. Alrighty. Make sure it's on pretty low. Really low. Okay. So now that we have those things in, I like to use chili powder to make it kind of tangy. I usually don't put this in my spaghetti sauce, but I'll, you know, add it to this. They're not too much. I don't want it to taste like chili, but really, I think I always have to use a lot, you know, for my chili, and I just use very little. Chili powder just has, you know, an amazing flavor to it. And that in a combination with these other ingredients make it really tasty. So now I'm going to put in my garlic powder. Okay, it's garlic powder. Onion powder next. This is my onion powder. Oh no. Kind of a lot of onion powder. The top kind of broke on there, I guess. But anyway, be careful when you open up your seasonings. It wasn't, you know, enough where it's going to affect it. It just kind of came out in a clump in one spot. So it's okay. Smells good. And then I'm going to add a little bit of seasoned salt, Lorry seasoned salt. All right. I really don't want it to be too bland. So that's why I like to season well. Okay. So I'm just mixing it. Okay, now it's time to go on to the next step. I'm going to just let this be on super low as you can get your, as low as you can get your stove to go. Okay. Now I have my baking pan, and what you see this right here, I just took 2 biscuits basically and put them like this side by side. See that? Kind of smash them like that, and then you actually can use a what do you call it? A cutting board, or whatever else you use for dough. I'm doing this because it's late and I'm trying to actually hurry. I'm hungry. I am ready to get my grill on. I am so hungry. So, kind of flatten it out as best as you can. And this is why I say use something, you can use something else, because you have to peel that up like that. So that's what they look like, basically. Trying to get a good shape, but it really doesn't matter. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to get 2 more and do the same thing, and then I'll be right back. See, I put cheese on the biscuit dough, and look, if you notice, it's not totally on the edges because we're going to have to fold it over and crease that. So that's just where the cheese is, okay? Okay, so now I have spooned some of the sloppy joe meat with the tomato sauce and my diced tomatoes and seasoning and onions. I just put that on top of the cheese and on top of the biscuit dough. I'm sorry, I am so tired right now. But so that's that, and I'm going to put some more cheese on top and then seal them, okay? The top with cheese. So there's cheese underneath on the bottom and then cheese at the top. So it'll be nice and cheesy. So this is how I'm closing them. They'll be a little juicy. You can drain the tomatoes a little bit more if you don't want that to happen. So I'm just taking them and closing them and kind of like sealing the tips of it together. And you can hold it upward. Like I said, it's going to be a little juicy. And then also you may not want to fill yours as much. Kind of have them a little full. But pinching the dough, you'll be able to seal it. You'll have some running out just a little bit. I wanted mine like really hearty, you know, like to be stuffed well. I didn't want them like skimpy with no meat in there. So I kind of made them a little full, which they look a little saucy on the outside, but they'll cook well. So don't worry about that. I'm actually just taking the dough and kind of folding it over a little bit, just to make sure it's sealing appropriately. Okay, so there we go. My hands are a mess. So anyway, I'm going to take the fork, see there, and just press, going around. And let's just go around the entire part like this. No need to do the back, because it'll push all the stuff out already. You don't want all your ingredients to go flying out, so do mine like that. Now I'm going to do the next one, okay? So I had them in the oven on 350 for 15 minutes, and that's how fast my oven gets hot. They're a pretty brown color, like a golden brown, and they are ready to go hot. I'm going to let mine cool off before I eat it, okay? But I hope you guys enjoy, and this is just showing you what they look like. Okay. Hello there, ladies and gents. I finally get to eat. I was so hungry. And this is what it looks like. Yummy. See all that delicious cheese and that meat on the inside and the sauce? Looks hot, but be careful. Very tasty. I know it's like on the outside where the biscuit is, it's really flaky, so I need to not be standing here eating like this. I need to get a plate. But anyhow, it's delicious, and I really hope that y'all enjoy it. It's really quick. You may not see that way on the video, but it's pretty quick. So really easy. And you can double the amount of ingredients. There is quite a bit of meat left over, and I do have another can of biscuits where I can do the same thing all over again using the meat that I have. So I can just store that in the refrigerator tonight, and then again tomorrow I'll do the same thing. Or I can get some hamburger buns and, you know, just put cheese and, you know, put the meat on that and have regular sloppy joes like that instead of pockets. So I hope y'all enjoy. Alright, talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.